Hey everybody, this is just a short little recording of the talk that me, David Moss, Landon of the West, and then emceed by Josh West, 24/7. He interviewed us and did our little panel discussion here at Chattanooga Charge, and I'm just posting this video so you guys can listen back. Mind the audio. It was recorded with a GoPro, and I tried my best to fix it up with some AI, but I tried my best. Hopefully it's not too bad, and here's the talk.
Got it.
So we just got to. Good morning, Landon on the West here. Like, look at this. Look at these people. Oh, I can see so many people that were here last year. Thanks for coming back to the Chattanooga Charge. I'm Landon on the West with David and Koby today. Thanks for having us up.
Good morning, everybody. Huge crowd today.
Good morning.
Absolutely. So we're gonna break the ice here, guys.
So we are talking about the road ahead for Tesla FSD, Optimus, and artificial intelligence. And I want to kind of kick us off here. Let's just get everybody introduced. We heard from Landon. I mean, he has extensive experience with Tesla's, longtime member of the community, put many thousands of miles down on FSD. David, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you got on the desk here.
Hi, I'm David Moss. I'm from Seattle, Washington. It's a long drive for me. I travel all around for my job, kind of ironically, selling LiDAR. This is a system makes 3D maps for construction, engineering, architecture, so it can make the HD maps that people like Waymo, Zoox, etc. can use. That's kind of why I'm always on the road. So this week I was in St. Louis, come all the way down here, so pretty short drive. But and then with that, loving the Tesla, loving FSD, driving all around. I've put almost 30,000 miles since September.
Koby. Yeah. Let's hear. Who are you and why are you here?
Nice to meet y'all. I'm Koby Pierce. I have been a Tesla fanboy since right before the Roadster launch, and so I'm 17. I just sold my first business like less than 2 weeks ago, and I've been experimenting with Tesla FSD hardware for the last few months, reverse engineering, all that type of stuff, and just came here to talk about a little bit more of my research on that.
So what do you have here in front of you?
Yeah, so this right here is hardware 3, and then this right here is hardware 4. So the red Tesla right here with the display, that's where that'll be shown whenever we're done with the speaker panel. So you guys can go take a look anytime. It should just be on display.
Perfect. So tell us, what is it that about FSD that really fascinates you? And Koby, maybe you and David can kind of share with us, based on your experiences, where do you see things going for full self-driving technology?
Sorry? Yeah. So I think ever since, version 10, really, I've been fascinated with the possibility of sitting somewhere and being able to click a button on your screen and then just showing up in a new location while being able to multitask and really being able to do whatever you would like. You can work on your computer. You can contribute to building more full self-driving cars.
Take a nap.
Take a nap. That's a great one. That's something I need right now. And it's really fascinating me. Kind of it's the closest thing I think we're going to get to teleportation, right? And it's ever since then it's fascinated me, and I think the future full self-driving is super bright. I mean, just from what we've seen with David Moss, if you want to go into it, of doing 13,000 miles completely without touching the wheel and coast to coast, and now being mentioned by reposted many times by Elon Musk and a bunch of big names. Your big fame story.
David,
now.
Tell us about that. What was that like to to start out on one end of the country and then essentially have a robot teleport you, like we just heard, to the other side? I guess you went Pacific to Atlantic, did you?
Yeah, Pacific to Atlantic, from the Tesla diner to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I mean, it was quite the thrill. 67 hours. I mean, you can't even describe. I mean, you almost kind of have the adrenaline behind it, not because of how safe it feels, but just it's just amazing. It's it's like being on a ride, an amusement park ride, like you're a little kid, but it's almost make believe. You feel like you're in a dream every day. I mean, it always gives me a smile on my face. I like to say I feel like a kid in a candy store, but I mean, it's just insane, and how much this is going to help people. And I got exposed to it. We're very close to the design center and near SpaceX in the LA area. I was happened to live there when the Painted Black that first self-driving video came out, and would see Teslas all the time, and just knew it was the future. Always loved technology and everything. Been hooked ever since.
And by show of hands out here, put your hand up if you've ever ridden in a car in the driver's seat on FSD. Let's see, show of hands.
Whoa.
Okay, so we got some experience in the room here. Very good. Well, if you haven't, remember that Tesla is doing demonstrations on the very latest models. So if you haven't had an opportunity to sit in the driver's seat on the latest version, latest hardware, make sure you pay them a visit. Landon, tell us about your experience. I mean, you literally just tore out here in a Cybertruck, and it's not your first time because you were out here last year in a Model X, and you used FSD last year, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And what can you tell us about the difference? What have you seen change just in that real 12-month period between going from really older architecture of Tesla to the very latest? We all know, Cybertruck arguably is the latest and greatest from Tesla. Tell us about that.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. I love working with you at these shows because you're so passionate about Tesla. You're passionate about the cars. You're passionate about the people. And so I think it's really exciting to be here because of all of you. Because I love to hear myself talk. We can be in spaces, on the internet, on X, but to be here with you, the effort that you've put into getting here, the money that you've spent on your vehicles, maybe on the stock, things like that, means to me that we are the same.
We're invested.
We are invested. Josh is talking about the FSD. I do love Cybertruck. This is not my personal Cybertruck, but this is a Tesla vehicle that they allowed me to use to get out here to talk to you today. And I appreciate that so much. The Tesla team that we work with, the people that make the FSD, that do this work here, but on the ground level, it's people like us. You go into the store and maybe you're upset because your car's got something that's going on with it. And those people are there to help. They're just like us doing their job, and I think they're getting better all the time. You ask about the difference between last year and this year, and it was another night and day move, I think, for me. So mine was a little less than 30 hours, 29. I didn't push it too hard. But, it's not bad to drive across this great country and see the people. And so you don't have to rush all the time. My dad taught me on these road trips. I don't know if you guys have done this. We used to drive from Houston to Denver a couple of times a year. And his philosophy was go, 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 go.
Yep.
If we had to stop, it would only be after begging him and missing 3 opportunities to stop. And he'd say, okay, you've got 90 seconds. Let's go.
It was in and out, refuel, bing, bang, boom, just get there. Well, the thing is, too, is that I didn't realize until I became a dad and started doing the family road trips that as the driver, traditional manual driving, you miss everything. It's all the passengers that get to take in the sights. Oh, Dad, look at that giant dinosaur at the side of the road. I'm like, where? I'm trying not to hit this truck, and he's blowing me all over the road. Well, now with FSD, we're the passenger.
We can be. That's the night and day difference that answers your question. Last year, I was just watching, right? I mean, it's not like I was driving, but on that version 13, something like that, we had to be. I think it was after 12. So version 13, we had to watch more. You didn't have to hold onto the wheel. You didn't have to do a lot, but you had to be ready to correct and make sure to take over. Because you guys are doing your jobs as supervisors. I saw all those hands out there, and we're not driving anymore, but we're not sleeping in the back yet either.
Right.
But we've made a big move. So this year, I didn't feel like I was even supervising. Because you look and you watch and you make sure, but you can feel, and those of you that have had a couple of versions, you start to feel the FSD. You start to know what it's going to do before it does it. And so this time, I was noticing that I just didn't have to do anything. I'm like ready.
Yeah.
I'm okay, but it just doesn't.
Yeah.
And so I love that feeling of smoothness, and we're getting farther and farther out of the supervision.
Right.
Who here thinks unsupervised this year, next year, in some markets? What will you do?
This year.
Yes, this year. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some optimism. Some people say, oh, Elon doesn't tell us the right time. I think Elon is amazing with hyping, presenting, preparing the FSD that you've used, that you blew me out of the water on Omar's FSD database.
Shout out to Whole Mars.
That's right.
TV, Whole Mars catalog.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there in second place. Along comes Triangle Doug, He's making the swords out there. There he is. Have you seen his Tesla sword? That's really cool. Doug took me out. He was in second, and then here comes David.
Yeah.
And he's just putting on the miles. We're like, what is he doing? He's doing a Ferris Bueller, we thought. He has it jacked up in his garage.
Just spinning the wheels.
Rolling. Am I right? Is that what you were doing? No, I don't.
Oh, dear.
No comment.
Thank you, Josh. I share your passion.
Appreciate you, buddy.
The people that are here are the only reason that we're allowed to do this.
Right.
Otherwise, I would just be a little bit crazier standing in this beautiful park alone talking about Tesla. Don't tell me you haven't done it, folks, right? You talking Tesla a lot with your friends? Are they tired of it? Keep doing it. Thanks.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. David, tell us about Landon touched on it, the familiarity of the software. How did you feel from when you left sort of that Pacific coast to when, by the time you completed that trip and sort of along the way, whether it was stressful, exciting, or whatever, like talk to us about how you, as a human, felt that software, felt that, and kind of built that relationship as you made your way across. And then, Koby, I want to hear from you on the same, about how the human experience integrates and intertwines with the software.
Yeah, I think what Landon said was, beautiful about how you start to know that what it's going to do before it does it. But I left on my big adventure and all the miles. I actually left on October 28th. I started out in Seattle, and then eventually I made it all the way home before Christmas Eve. But throughout that whole 15,000 miles, and then later the next week the coast to coast, you start to pick up more. You go from version 13 to 14.1. to 14.2. I mean, every little iteration, every edge case earns a little bit more of your trust. I've seen things, like 80-mile-an-hour winds. I've seen Home Depot paint buckets fall out of vehicles. I've been in intense, on the Oregon coast, right on 101, rain where I can barely see, and it's, driving, and from 120 degrees to negative 10 degrees, snow, sleet, hail, it doesn't matter. Every one of those things it does, it earns a little bit more of your trust, and over time, I'd say at this point, you're lying to yourself if it's not a better driver than you in 99.99% of the scenarios.
Yeah, there we go.
Do you
Koby.
feel like a time traveler?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, just the amount of calls and everything I can do, and I have my remarkable tablet, and I can call and take notes, and it's I got here on Wednesday this week, and I was stranded in my hotel room for 2 days, just taking notes and calling people on the phone. But when I'm driving, it's all of a sudden you wake up, it's 5 hours later, and you're where you need to go. It's unlike anything else.
Yeah, it's huge. Koby, tell us, what do you think about the relationship between man and the machine?
Yeah, so that's, it's a kind of a different story for me versus them, because, I'm on hardware 3, right? Can I get a raise of hands for how many people are on hardware 3 today? Okay, yeah. Small crowd.
Dying crowd.
We're not dying. But yeah, it is getting better as we speak. Tesla is definitely putting work into it behind the scenes, and I'm really excited to see how we're going. But again, I think it's even more than version 14. You get a sense of its personality, right? Because it's the same version, really, the same base version that we've had for 6+ months now. I don't know the exact amount. Yeah, it's been a while. Version 12.6.4. We've been on it for a hot minute.
We need our diet V14, right?
Yes.
The light.
Yeah, V14 light. I need it. But you really get a feel for the software and how it operates, especially whenever you have the same version going over the time, and it makes you, I don't know if you trust it more. Obviously, I don't trust hardware 3 nearly as much as hardware 4, but you understand where it kind of survives better than other things, right? Like on the trip here, for example, you're on a long stretch of highway, and it just goes, right? I know it's going to stay in the right lane with max speed. We're lucky for having max speed still. But being able to just travel and not have to worry about, keeping yourself centered in the lane, and semi-truck coming up next to you and it moves over in the lane. I think it's really nice to, have a relationship with the software that drives you everywhere.
Absolutely.
everywhere.
Yeah, and it kind of develops the more miles you put down and your
Yeah, for
comfort
sure.
level. I want to talk about, speaking of relationships with software and hardware and so on, just in the last couple minutes that we have here, I want to maybe just 30, 60 seconds from each of you. And I just want to touch on Optimus. You know, we have this, I mean, Tesla's a car company, blah, blah, blah. And now, meanwhile, we've got humanoid robots on the horizon. So just in a very, kind of short, concise thought of each one of you, just to hear on your thoughts and opinions on the not only the time frame of when we would see Optimus, not necessarily in the home, but even in the workplace and so on, but as far as its importance and integration into society and what your thoughts are, just kind of Cole's notes, short version. Yeah, Koby, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, sure. So, as someone that likes to work with AI, train, all sorts of networks and working with LLMs, all that type of stuff, I think, a major bit of where Tesla is right now is we're being able to make Optimus that can do specific tasks, right? And fine tune it on, Tesla's factories, them carrying around the batteries, all that type of stuff. And I think the biggest issue is contextual understanding of in the home, saying, hey, go open my drawer and fold my clothes, right? Understanding what are clothes, what is the drawer, how do I get there, all of those things. So I think that, not that we're super, super far out, like not, 20 years, but I think we're a good bit out from maybe it being in the home and being necessarily super productive on understanding. Maybe there's some, certain utilities that are fine-tuned in the next, few years, but I think the major bit is going to be the in factories being able to help Tesla produce Cybercab and roll that out and make their production lines more efficient, faster, and kind of eliminating human error, which is going to be a real exciting thing.
Excellent.
So yeah, really excited about that, and being able to make the sustainable abundance for all, being able to make transportation and a lot of other things affordable for anybody that would like it.
Absolutely. David, give us a quick thoughts on Optimus.
Yeah, so I would say, it's going to be great that it's going to benefit us all. We all want our laundry folded, but two examples I'd like to talk about, I guess, personally and me is, I have a grandfather, he's a widow, he's in his early 90s. Something like an Optimus in an advanced state could be his assistant. He's paying, close to $10,000 a month in, assisted living, and we all, can share that same story. And, buying this, one robot for $20,000, $30,000 could be his companion, could be his helper, could be in everything. And then, many people with disabilities. My father, he's also blind. Recently, in the last couple of years, he can't, he can't read any labels. He can't make his own coffee. He can't do anything, especially, late stage with him. It's tough to learn Braille, but there's just, so many of these, I don't want to call them edge cases, but, accessibility is the main thing. It's going to be great when we all can, have it put a pod in the Keurig and bring us a coffee in the morning and wake us up and, tuck us in at night and everything. But it's going to be all these edge case things. It's going to, help children. It's going to change the world.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being so candid with us, David. That's incredible.
Very
Landon,
nice.
let's hear from you.
Yeah,
sir.
Josh keeps saying quick and wrap it up at bullet
Well, we
points.
have negative 60 seconds.
This is not exactly how Landon of the West rolls.
Well,
We'll try to stick with the bullet points though, and I'm gonna go a little off maybe the conservative points here, and I'm gonna tell you, Elon has a vision to create an amazing abundance for all of us on Earth. Everybody here, the people that we know in Thailand and in Vietnam and Korea, they're just like us. And we're seeing a lot of these people get the Teslas, get FSD. And when it comes to Optimus, this thing is going to scale. Like, none of us, I don't even know if I can fathom it. Here are the bullet points. How Optimus, Tesla's humanoid robot gets us to amazing abundance. And it's with this right here. It starts right here with hardware 4. Optimus is using hardware 4. Digital Optimus, we won't get into right now, but digital Optimus is going to use hardware 4. And so we're going to have a general humanoid robot. Why do I say general? Because this thing is designed to be humanoid. Why? Because we're humanoid. Because everything we've done on this planet, creating our civilization, we've done with human bodies. We've done with machines that are designed to be operated by humans. So having Tesla build Optimus as a humanoid robot in that form factor, people say, well, why don't you just make one that rolls on wheels? Wouldn't that be easier? Yes, but then it's not general. We're going to move on now, just hit another bullet point. But when we start using this hardware for, and the training that it does in your cars is very similar to how the training is going to be for Optimus. And it's going to learn, isn't it, Smokey? It's going to learn really quickly because of all the data, everything that they're going to do to scale. So once this thing, Elon says, okay, here's where we go off the edge, right? I'm about to lose him. I'm about to lose him. I know I've already lost you. Humanoid Optimus may be better than the world's best surgeon in the next 3 years.
And more affordable.
More affordable, more available, I think,
Right.
is really important.
Right.
I mean, anybody believe that? Somebody shout out bullshit. Well, we don't know yet. There you go. We don't know. But that's the plan. And if you think about it, having access to the best medical care on the planet as we're all aging, who wants to go into the situation that our parents have been in? Have you seen that? Is that fun? Would you like to have some help? Can we get Optimus to do that with us?
Yeah.
They're gonna build 1 million of them in Fremont.
That's 1 million doctors in third world countries and places that haven't had medical care before as well.
Yeah.
That's right. Elon is not helping the world. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right. Okay. Then they're gonna build 10 million in Texas.
Yeah. Austin, baby.
I'm sorry we had to use the Model S line, but we're gonna go do that in Fremont. Then
Rest
we're
in
gonna go
pieces.
do it in Texas. Optimus is coming. You will be amazed. We're about to see version 3 of Optimus, and the third version is always the best version.
Yeah.
Because we get it out of the way with the hardware, when we start working on the software, we're going to get into V3. Elon has said things, you don't believe this, right? Nobody believes this. He's going to say, if you walk up and sit down in a chair and Optimus is next to you, you might not know it's not a human. Crazy. I better wrap up. I'd love to talk more about it, Josh.
We're gonna get the big gain and
That's right. It's the Gong Show.
Love this
Anybody
guy.
watch the Gong Show?
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. I'm so passionate.
Absolutely. Just give a round of applause to the whole panel here.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Koby, thank you so
David,
much.
Koby, Landon.
Really good tech.
Fantastic guys. We all learned a little bit.
Great.
Yeah, and if anybody would like to come talk about hardware 4, I'm open.
Very good idea. Thank you, G, at the DIY Rap Club. He's sponsoring the entire event. And we want to thank again Josh and Amanda. Really good. Thanks for having us here. Appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for making it to the end. Hope you guys enjoyed the little talk that was between me, Landon of the West, David Moss, and yours truly, Koby Pierce. Make sure to go follow everybody on X. I have should be everything's linked below. Yeah, so I have a recap coming of Chattanooga Charge. It should be out soon. It'll be in article form and potentially audio form as well. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll have a bunch of pictures, and then also have a video of the off-roading event, just a little, like, probably 2-minute hype video. So yeah, everything should be out in the next, few weeks. It takes a lot of time to digest all of the video. Have a little upwards of 50 hours of video from everyone so far. It should be, increasing with size, as we go on. Thank you all for such a great Chattanooga Charge 2026 for all those that got pictures. I'm going to be, releasing all those with Chattanooga Charge article. Thank you guys again for, such an amazing event, and I can't wait to hopefully speak next year and, speak at some other events soon. We'll be all over the place. And check out our Full Self Future podcast, which was recorded during Chattanooga Charge. There's a few episodes recorded there. Plan on doing a few more as well. So yeah, I'm very excited for what the future holds. And thank you guys for listening.